Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Break it down like this.
Hello, Internet. Gino the here again with another episode of Deep Listens. And today we've played Mina the Hollower, a video game that was much anticipated, four plus years in the making. Joining me as always to discuss all things video games, Pete Busby. How you doing, Pete?
I am excited. I'm ready to go. I can't wait to find out what a hollower is. I was confused the whole time. And I've got a fun fact, which if I haven't used it yet, I'm shocked. But I hope I haven't because it's a great fun fact.
Okay, I'll tell you because I remember every fun fact you've ever said.
Perfect. Gino, you must be a great conversationalist because these are a real hit at parties. Trust me. So did you know flounder? Like the fish?
Sure.
Notoriously flat fish?
Not the character from The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
No. The actual physical fish.
Yes.
They're born just shaped like regular fish.
What?
They're not flat. And then as they age, like their eye gets pushed to the side and they become
They get flattened?
Yes. But when they're born, they just look like fish.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Right?
Daddy, what's happening to me?
This happens to every young flounder in the room.
Yeah, they're like their eyes are on either side, as God intended eyes to be, and then over time they become abominations.
Huh.
Little guys.
What is the process of flattening a fish?
I think it's like muscles, like they just grow new muscles or something. Like now we're past my flounder knowledge.
Uh-huh.
But it's like as they grow, they just flatten.
It's not just
Okay.
a series of tiny underwater steamrollers.
Oh, that would be so much cooler.
Mhm.
Actually.
Son, we're going to the steamroller today.
Oh, geez, Dad, I hope everything's cool.
It'll be fine. This happens to every young flounder.
Mazel
that
tov. Welcome to your bar
present-
mitzvah.
Just
that
like a
presents
stern-
even weirder lore for what's happening down there.
A stern father walks in and is like, son, you're looking a little round today.
A little symmetrical. Gotta stop that. All right, that other voice you heard is the mistress of games herself, M. Palladino, author of a new book.
Yay!
I did it. I did it. I put the book out. It's all right. Now I can talk about it. You can find the book I wrote, the Medusa Terminus Book 1 Devotion, on my itch.io, which is GameMaker M. It is a fan novel based on the Gunmetal Olympus series, but it stands by itself, I think. You might be confused about some plot points, but you dear listener are a smart enough reader that I think you can get through it. It is up on itch, and if you want to hear me rambling about it and posting my itch link every day, you can do so at GameMakerM at Blue Sky. I'm excited about it. I gotta find a way to make more people read it. So you should read my book.
Read M's book.
Yeah. You tell 6 friends, and those 6 friends tell 6 friends. Pretty soon the whole world will be reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon
That'd
the
be
whole world
crazy.
will hear about these robots that are also Greek gods that are also kissing.
Mm-hmm. See, you get it.
Put it on the jacket flap.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it print on demand on Amazon, and I'm gonna put that on the back as a quote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've done it. It just took one of our hosts writing a book, but we got onto a book sleeve.
All right. Well, let's talk about a game.
Sure. Before we talk directly about the game, our normal plugs, you can get in touch with this show at deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com. That is our email address. Deeplistens.libsyn.com/deeplistens. That is our... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, not slash. Deeplistens.libsyn.com. That's where you can find this show. You can find us on social at deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That is our social media account. And you can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. That's where the slash was. At the $1 tier, you get access to our Discord, where you can talk to the host of the show and other fans of the show. At the $3 tier, you get access to the OG Soncast, our roughly monthly anime show. Pete, are you still welcoming to the NHK?
We are, but we are almost arrived, I am sure.
Excellent. If you were to support us at the $1 tier, you could post on the Discord, which might put you on the Discord report.
The Discord report. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. This week on the Discord, is Star Wars could be so good if it was good. We discussed if Star Wars could be good. We reasoned that maybe not.
Probably not.
Maybe it was just always tainted from the very beginning. Maybe it got even worse. Also in the TV and movies channel, a book I read called Whale Fall. Have you read this book?
Oh, is it about like whale carcasses in the ocean?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I'll summarize it really quick. A kid goes looking for his father in the ocean and gets swallowed by a whale, and the entire book is about him trying to get out of the whale, which is much harder than you might think. That's getting a movie, and there's a trailer in there. I read this book. I thought the book was crazy, so I'm interested to see how it looks in a movie.
Is it like, do they lean into the whole like biblical aspect of this? Who was the biblical guy that got swallowed by the whale?
No,
Jonah.
Jonah,
Yes,
yeah.
Pinocchio.
Also Pinocchio, yes.
All the references that you think are worked into the narrative of the book, I don't know if it's going to be in the movie. One thing I like about the book that you're probably not going to get in the movie is every chapter is delineated by how much PSI is left in his oxygen tank. So as it like goes down, or he tries to do things with it, he like takes chunks out of his remaining air. So it's gonna be interesting. Also in movie news, I saw the Backrooms. Should go see the Backrooms.
I watched the short film on YouTube and went, oh boy, that looks good. And I'll probably check out the movie at some point. Haven't yet.
Yeah.
I want to see Obsession first too. It's supposed to be really
Obsession
good.
sounds so fucked up, and I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
No,
that is.
It's about a guy who basically finds a voodoo doll and uses it to make a woman he is attracted to fall in love with him against her wishes.
Oh.
So if that sounds like sketchy stuff to you, yeah, it is.
Okay,
also,
I'll take that into advisement.
Yep.
I'm sure it
also
has nothing to say about our modern society in this moment we found ourselves in.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably fine, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Also in the Discord, the food channel, we've got such things as a Chicago hot dog, which is like I would say 70% less bun than you might think, and a lot more pickle. We've also got what if you put Nutella on French fries? How does
Which-
that sound to you?
I mean, it happened in Germany. That's barely even a place.
True.
I don't know about food
Oh.
over there.
Yeah.
The real hot dog knowers, though, are all about the Sonoran hot dog.
What is
happens in
that?
What happens there?
It's an iconic Mexican. This is what I know what it is, but this is what AI is telling me.
Oh God! Don't read that one.
Well,
No,
don't
wait.
listen to that.
I forget what's in the ingredients, but it's basically a hot dog wrapped in bacon, and they put
Ew.
pinto beans, grilled and raw onions, tomatoes, mustard, mayo, and jalapeno salsa on it, and it goes in like a soft steamed roll. Delicious.
See,
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
whenever you wrap anything in bacon, it like triples the amount of calories you're getting by it.
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
that sounds like a nightmare.
But you got the pinto
Uh,
beans on there, for veggies or whatever.
Protein.
Oh yeah, true. It
Roughage.
balances out.
Exactly.
Okay. Speaking of the
Yep.
food channel, I've got a food again. Uh-oh.
All right, tell us about a food.
Gino's famous Chips Ahoy segments.
Oh, Oreo, son. There's a new type of Oreo that's sweeping the nation.
Sweeping the nation.
Sweeping.
This is the BTS Oreo.
Like the K-pop group.
Sure is.
Does it taste like BTS?
S, and they apparently taste like brown sugar pancakes.
Okay,
So
that
it says-
sounds good.
Just 1 second. I'm gonna crack into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. The tab is like in a weird location on this one. Okay, blended
It's
in
locked.
with the packaging. Here we go. Oh man,
Oh, they're purple.
they are purple. How did you? Okay.
Yeah, I
here's
said
the-
that like I was there. I'm googling them.
It's like, how are you seeing this?
Pete's looking over your shoulder.
Ah,
They look delicious.
they are
Hmm.
purple. They've got emojis on them.
Oh.
BTS Heart Oreo,
They smell good. Okay, I'm gonna
Mm.
try this first as a cookie.
just like BTS.
See? Oh,
How's the mouth feel?
it's good. It's like mapley.
Oh.
Okay, well, I mean, it is pancakes, right?
Yeah. Do you find that brown sugar and maple are kind of a similar flavor to you?
Yeah, kind of.
Sure.
Yeah. They're good.
Okay.
The cookie is not very chocolate. I don't get any chocolate really in this, which is fine.
Hmm.
Now I'm trying just the cookie and just the cream. So first, just the cookie.
Okay.
This is
Great
probably
radio.
This is probably the most rigorous, like, journalistic thing we do. Like,
Mhm.
there's a whole system. Gino has his steps.
But just the cookie. This is not a very flavorful Oreo cookie.
Okay.
It's really just like a shortbread cookie would be my comparison. It doesn't have much flavor
Similar to
it.
what you said in your previous Oreo critique for the last flavor.
Ah.
Yep. And now let's see the cream.
Let's see that BTS cream.
Ayo.
Oh.
Try to boost our SEO.
There's little crunchies in there.
Ooh, look
Huh.
at cheese.
The
What
cream
is the crunchy supposed to be in this equation?
You don't like your pancakes weirdly crunchy in the middle.
I think there's sugar crystals. Like brown sugar
Oh.
crystals.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I couldn't detect them in when I ate the whole cookie.
Right.
It's not like the Coca-Cola Oreos that fizz in your mouth. This one,
Sure.
there's just some little sugar crystals in there.
It's not
good.
Like philosophers need to unpack that sentence. It's not like the Coca-Cola Oreos that fizz in your mouth. What a time to be alive.
So, how does this compare to the last Oreo you had? What was the other one?
Last one I had was the rocket pop or like the firecracker
Ah,
pop
yes.
Right.
Oreo.
You really like that one.
An
did.
authentic taste, as I recall.
Mhm.
In comparison, that one tasted like a firecracker pop, which was unsettling because it was an Oreo, not an
Mhm.
ice cream.
Fair.
This one is just a good cookie. It's just a good brown
Okay.
sugar cookie.
Good cookie.
I don't have the sense of existential dread I did from the firecracker pop.
Sure.
That's good. I think they're both very good. flavor-wise. Like once you get past that, what food scientists had to do to make an Oreo taste like a firecracker pop.
I mean, I heard BTS was in the lab for months
Yeah,
working on
they
this formula.
personally.
Yeah.
They were just turning things down. They were looking no, and then finally they got this cookie, and they're like, yes, but make it purple.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good novelty Oreo flavor. I would buy this again.
Okay.
Get it now before it's gone.
People on Reddit can't find them, according to my furious
Wow.
Googling.
So get 2 and sell
Yeah.
one on the internet.
Yeah.
Take one,
Scalp it.
yeah, put it under your bed, wait 10 years, and then
Right.
sell it to someone else. It won't age.
That reminds
It's
me, I
still
gotta
stable.
check on some things really quick.
your bed Oreos.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now without further ado, let's talk about video games. The Oreo of your computer. Is that anything?
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it first try.
Okay. Mina the Hollower, a video game that's much anticipated, just like the BTS Oreo.
Sure.
I picked it, so I'll go ahead. I'll describe what this game is. Mina the Hollower is a Zelda-like, I guess would be the best description. It's a top-down action game, styled like a Game Boy Color game, but with modern design sensibilities. You play as Mina, a little mouse lady, who is a hollower, which means I guess you do science and dig.
Is that like that? That was my assumption. Is Hollower's tunnel? Is that like the whole deal?
A tunnel and I guess do science.
Yeah, it seems like it comes with the territory as a hollower that you will dig.
Okay.
You definitely dig. Whether the
yeah.
science is related is unclear.
Yeah, that could just be Mina, but all Hollowers dig. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable saying that. Okay.
So Mina has shown up to an island. Is Osix? Osix is the capital city. Is the whole island Osix?
What's Tenebris?
Okay.
One of them's
Right.
Tenebris.
Tenebris Isle is the island, and
There we go.
Osix is the capital city. She arrives at this island because there are 6 electrical generators basically on this island that Mina had built previously. They've all been damaged, and this damage is causing problems for the main city and causing chaos throughout the island. So you are going to climb these 6 different towers to fix them to save the island. That is the setup.
Another bonus, actually relevant fun fact for you, a little etymology. Tenebris is Latin for dark.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I also just looked this up, and I was going to say it.
Oh, sorry to scoop you.
No, you're good. Specifically, Merriam-Webster says Tenebris is shut off from the light, which, you're turning lights back on.
Makes sense.
That's so much cooler than how Pete explained it. Thank you, Em.
Tell me Latin isn't rad?
No. If it was radder, we'd still talk it. We'd still speak it.
True. Don't we? Though, technically.
No. Except for a fringe branch of Catholicism that wants to bring back Latin Mass, and they are
and
terrible.
doctors.
Mostly Greek lawyers too.
But this game, you like Mina. It plays kind of like Zelda in a lot of ways. Does it really? I guess that's up for debate. We will discuss all of that. But it's got a lot of inspirations. It's got Zelda inspirations. It's got Castlevania inspirations. It's got Bloodborne and Dark Souls inspirations. It really feels like a game that is a soup of different trendy game designs in the last 5 to 6 years. And all comes together in a game that was given a pretty long development time. Mina the Hollower was created by Yacht Club Games. You might know them from the game Hollow Knight. And apparently Mina the Hollower was the Hollow Knight people.
Oh, they are? I thought they were the Shovel Knight people. Are they the same people?
Oh, man. Sorry. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight. Okay. Wrong Knight. Yeah. Sorry. Hollower. I actually had my partner when I was playing this game was like, "Oh, are you still playing Hollow Knight Mina song. I was like, no, it's a different game that was in development hell for a really long time and just came out to everyone giving it glowing reviews.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But
we
with
never
Souls
did
Design.
Shovel. We never did Shovel Knight, did we?
We didn't. No,
Did y'all? Either of y'all play it? I never did.
I didn't.
I tried to play it, but I couldn't understand how to do anything in it, so I stopped.
Okay.
Very fair. But this is, I guess, a developer at Yacht Club Games was working on Mina the Hollower as a passion project, and then when they showed the game to their colleagues, they went, "We should make this a real full game." And then it got a Kickstarter. They raised over $1 million, and the game was in development for about 4 years, and just came out earlier this month. Um, what jumped out to you? Have you followed this game's development at all? Did you hear anything about it?
I actually didn't, now that I think about it. Uh, I didn't follow it, but I sort of knew it was in development. Um, yeah, this is was this a Kickstarter thing?
Yeah.
They kickstarted it for the full funds to make it a game.
Right. Yeah. I remember when the Kickstarter was going on, but I was sort of not doing Kickstarters at that time. So it missed me, and then when it came out, everyone seemed to really like it. So that's why when Gino pitched doing one of 3 games, I was like, well, I want to play Mina the Hollower, kind of. That's why we picked it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Did you follow any of the backstory of this thing? It
I
was in
had never
development?
heard of Mina the Hollower until you recommended it.
Okay. All right. I just remember it being the Hollow Knight, like that and Hollow Knight Silk Song were two of the indie games that I was like, that's never coming out.
Mhm. Did
That's a
this
game.
have a early access
I
cycle?
don't think so.
I think there was like a demo because somebody on Reddit, not Reddit, somebody on
Oh, right. Yeah, there
Discord
was a
from
demo.
2025 were complaining about it really hard.
Our Discord?
No, Steam. I should have said not Discord. Somebody on Steam was
Okay.
complaining a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
game was in tuning for a while. It was in development for a while. I think the thing that jumps out about it when you turn it on for the first time, if you are of our age, is how much this thing looks like a Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
hmm
What
Yes.
Game Boy Color games did you play, Em?
What
List them all.
what Game Boy Color's game did I play ever?
Yeah, like
Uh,
how familiar were you with the Game Boy Color? Like, how much did this game's nostalgia
Uh-huh.
factor into your appreciation?
So I got the Game Boy Color when I was 10 years old, probably because I turned 10 like week after September 11th. So my mom was like, I should. Things are probably going to get weird, so maybe this kid needs some distractions.
And
So
things did get weird. Yeah.
and it did, and the Game Boy Color helped.
It made it all better.
Yeah, it made it all better for me. I didn't know what was going on. So the Game Boy Color games that I really had were Pokemon games. My first game was Crystal version, and from there I was also like picking up stuff from Blockbuster every week. So it was a lot of like I remember the games with the like rumble packs in them. I remember the Legend of Zelda, all of those like seasons, and uh, what was the other one? It was Ocarina of Seasons and Ocarina of
Oh yeah, it was Song of
Time.
Seasons and Song of Time or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And then uh, I got a Game Boy Advance pretty quickly, and so it sort of blended all together. Uh, Also, my brother sat on my Game Boy Color within like a year and broke the screen, so it. So that was like a pretty brief period, all things considered.
Amazing. See, this is why we ask questions. This is because we get answers like that.
So you asked.
I know. I know.
What do you want from me?
Did you have much experience and exposure to the Game Boy Color?
I did. I played a lot of stuff on the Game Boy Color. I remember a lot of the Zelda ones. I remember the Pokemon ones. The game I remember the most, like this memory just flashed back to me. Not relevant to this discussion, but there's this game for the Game Boy Color called Worms Armageddon.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
Worms
yeah.
Armageddon. I've got that.
All right, we got some people who know ball up in the
We
chat.
got worm heads in here.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of Worms Armageddon.
I didn't know it was for the Game Boy Color. I saw my
thought it
cousins
was.
playing that on the computer. I believe
I
you.
had
I
handheld,
mean,
yeah. I don't remember if it was color or not, but I definitely
we
both.
could check
the Game
this.
Boy.
We could
both.
check this.
I had a friend who played it on the PC, and when I saw that, I was like, "That's awesome!" And then I saw it was also available for the Game Boy Color, and I was like, "I'm getting that version."
Yeah, it started for Windows, and then was later ported to the PlayStation, Dreamcast, N64, and Game Boy Color.
Ah,
So
there you go.
I played Pokemon Red, Pokemon Gold, Worms Armageddon, some Pokemon Pinball, some Bomberman on the Game Boy Color. So this game, as soon as you turn it on, the color palette, how they use color in sprites, they do a great job of approximating what a Game Boy Color game looked like. You know,
Yep.
every sprite, I believe, is limited to 4 colors that they can use. Or so you would get these kind of patchy looks where, unless everything was the same color palette, everything was going, like, you would end up with one thing that was blue, one thing that was red, and it's very patchy as a color palette for these games, generally speaking. And they replicate that completely in Mina the Hollower. Like, some characters are completely green, some are red, some of them have a little bit of definition, but every character sprite is very simple. And they do not get to blend colors, they do not get to be very detailed. The screens themselves are very compact also. Game Boy Color games usually got around the amount of content that could be rendered at a given time by having you either be on one screen all the time, or when you'd hit the edge of a screen, it would render an entirely new screen. Similar to a lot of games on the Super Nintendo also would do that, and the NES. So they replicate all that stuff here. You've got, if you walk off screen and then walk back on, enemies will respawn to their original locations. You've got just a lot of single color palettes for entire zones. Like, there might be 2 or 3 colors in most zones that are really dominant. How much did the nostalgia impact your overall enjoyment to the game, Pete? Did you feel like it did a lot for you?
I don't know if that was necessarily nostalgia. I mean, I've said this before in previous episodes. Like, this is gonna sound very unkish. The older I get, the less interested I am in sort of like photorealism. Like, things will just get more and more real. Like, I don't care. There was like a threshold we passed a long time ago where I was like, any more real than this, I don't really care. I'm much more interested in a game that has like an aesthetic to it, like a unique sort of vibe. So I appreciated that from Mina the Hollower. Like, this is something I haven't seen in a minute. It's not just, hyper realistic. We're going to try to make this look like the real world. It did its own thing, which I appreciated. So I don't think it was so much nostalgia as I just like it when a game picks its vibe and runs with it.
Yeah, I agree. Did you have any thoughts about how this game looks?
Yeah, like you said, it's very reminiscent of like those early Legend of Zelda titles. This was like a very intentional choice by the developer very early on to like pay homage to that sort of time period. It makes it feel like there's not going to be any like, I don't know, surprises as far as like if I can recognize what this sprite looks like let's say there are destructible stumps, and you will notice that they have like an X on the top of them. That's going to be the same no matter where you are in the game. So you can kind of like cue into this visual like shorthand that sort of makes like if I know like uh, if I know that there's destructible bushes, let's say, and they reach the end of the screen, if I destroy those bushes, I could probably find a secret area behind that. So it kind of like lends itself to this like exploration that it kind of wants you to do. Um, it's very it feels like the type of thing that you'll have like your Prima strategy guide for.
Yeah.
I think one of the earliest things I said on the Discord was I want the Prima strategy guide for this game just so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. Um, it feels very like someone on Game FAQs is gonna be, rendering it in like an ASCII map
Yes.
to show you where the secrets are, which I don't think we get very often anymore. I don't think. I mean, Game FAQs. I don't think it even
It
exists at
does.
this point. Does
It
it?
does.
It's still out there.
Yeah.
Do they have this game on it?
I'm sure they do. I mean, those
Probably.
lunatics, all 12 of them that are still there, they're still doing it.
Let's
But
see.
yeah.
Hold on. Game FAQs. Mina the Hollower.
Let's see
They
how
still
much is there a
qualifies
sweet ASCII sword?
frequently asked questions.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh my god. There is a page for Mina the Hollower. There are guides. There is one. It's incomplete. It was posted 2 days ago. Oh,
We are timely.
it's not even up. Well, Well, that was interesting. Anyway,
Yeah. I
what are we
mean,
talking about?
no, like I think that the aesthetic, to your point, like they do a very good job of using these simple sprites so that once you recognize what a destructible sprite looks like, you know to look for it in other places. I just found that this game, it nails. Like we've played games that are trying to ape Super Nintendo games, sometimes NES games, sometimes PlayStation games, like games that are trying to ape an aesthetic from 10, 20, 30 years ago in a lot of cases. And it's pretty rare that they faithfully adhere to what that console could do in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
There's games like Sea of Stars, for example, we played a few years ago.
Yeah.
A year or two ago, that game, it is aping a Super Nintendo game, but there are multiple times where it's just doing stuff a Super Nintendo couldn't do.
Right.
And Mina the Hollower, I could imagine that maybe 90% of what this game does, you could probably get a Game Boy to run it.
Yeah.
Um,
Just reading off the wiki here. It says Faulkner, the developer, Alec Faulkner, wanted it to remain as authentic as possible to the original Game Boy hardware. Mina abides by the technical limitations of the Game Boy, containing no 3D assets and limiting pixel design to 4 colors per tile. So, in theory, you could get this onto your Game Boy.
and that's not common. Like most of the time
Right.
people cheat. It will,
Mhm.
and there's nothing wrong with it. Like I see no problem with taking an aesthetic and not completely limiting yourself, but it's amazing how much quality they get with still keeping the limitations put on. And I think it's a good reminder that sometimes limitations can breed creativity, Like you don't necessarily need to throw a million pixels on screen and throw a bunch of effort behind display, or even like the sound of this game is also very good. And I think, adhere to a very similar or very faithful kind of Game Boy-esque sound aesthetic. So I do appreciate how good the design is and how much it works without taking constraints in mind and adhering to them. Speaking of the design, Mina the Hollower is mostly kind of a top-down action game. You've got a jump button. You get to pick between 3 weapons at the outset of the game: a hammer, dual swords, and a whip, which kind of gives you some of the homages that this game is paying. Like the whip is very Castlevania. The swords are, I guess, kind of Bloodborne-y. And the hammer is definitely Bloodborne-y. I think the hammer is the Bloodborne weapon. The dual swords are probably more of a Legend of Zelda weapon, and the whip is the Castlevania weapon. Think that's fair, Em?
Sure. Well, I didn't think of it that way, but I suppose so.
Like in Bloodborne, the weapons always have alternate forms, right?
That's
that you
true.
Can put them in,
I
and the
didn't,
hammer.
I didn't mess with the hammer, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what weapons did we pick at the beginning of the game?
I used the mace, the whip, flail.
Okay,
I used the two swords.
I used the hammer. We did it.
Oh, wow, we did it. We didn't even plan that.
Journalism. Uh,
Did you like your weapon of choice at the start?
I liked it at the start. The hammer is probably the most complicated of the three because you can swing it up close and it doesn't have a great swing speed and it doesn't have great range. But if you hold down the attack button, it elongates and becomes a like charged up hammer that I think has a range that's comparable to the whip. So it's kind of got a fast attack up close like the sword and a long attack that does a bunch of damage like the whip. But when you're charging, you also get a dodge roll. Your movement changes, so you can actually like dodge around a little bit.
Wait, a dodge roll in addition to like jumping and diving?
Yes, when you are holding down the attack button with the hammer, if you like double tap in a direction, you will do a little dodge roll in that direction. It's got a lot going on, the hammer. I actually found it to be less. I liked it less than the dual swords. I eventually got the dual swords and have stuck with that ever since. But I thought it was interesting, like as a design, that it was so much more complicated because dual swords just are fast melee attacks, right, Em?
Yeah. They have very little like to write home about, I would say. To the point where I was like, I should probably pick something else. Their range is very short compared to the whip, and they don't hit very hard compared to the hammer. So it's like I feel like they should have the dodge roll, if anything, but that's just me.
Pete, what did you think of the whip?
I liked the whip a lot. I mean, I picked it for range specifically. It is, at least at the start, the only ranged option you get. And it was very useful in the more platformy bits.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of places where like you're on one platform and there's an enemy over on the other platform that's just kind of in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very helpful in those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use the hammer. It hits really hard when you use the charge up attack, and the close up attack exists, so you're not like completely hamstrung when you're in close. I eventually moved to the dual swords because even though, Em, to your point, it is a very boring weapon. Like it's short range, it doesn't hit very hard, but it is the fastest attack, and I found that just being able to cancel out of my attacks and stay mobile was as or more important than having my individual attacks be good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of reverted back to the dual swords, even if it wasn't the sexiest choice. And with those weapons, you eventually get to a town in Ossex, and you get the ability to buy other copies of your weapons, and that will unlock additional upgrades on them.
I'm sorry, Gino, I didn't mean to interrupt your point.
Oh, go ahead.
Did either of y'all use the coffin much? That was the one I was most curious about, but spent the least time with.
That's the shield?
Yes, the shield. It's a coffin shield.
Oh.
That's like
I didn't even find it.
That's the spooky bits. But yeah, it's basically a shield.
I did know about some of the other weapons, but you have to pay for them, and so I was like, do I want this or do I want like a bunch of upgrades instead, or do I want new trinkets? So I didn't really experiment with a lot of the other ones.
I didn't like the shield. So I found an additional copy of the shield and an additional copy of the gun just by traversing. And when it forced me to change to them when I found the alternate copies, I was very annoyed. The gun seemed fine. The shield it has a parry basically.
Yeah.
Is what it seemed like. It was like a parry counterattack mechanic, and I don't even like parrying in games that have a parry. So
Hmm.
uh, I didn't want to play Bloodborne or Dark Souls, but 2D.
Yeah, fair. I didn't either, so you can say I didn't use it.
Yeah, and I do appreciate, to your point, Pete, like the whip just reaches far and works. Same thing, like the sword, it attacks fast and it just kind of works. So there are options if you don't want this game to be as complicated. Like I think the hammer makes things a little bit more complicated. I think the shield a lot more. I think the gun, the way that it works is it's a ranged attack. And when you run out of charge, it then becomes a melee attack that will charge the gun back up, and then be ranged again. So I like that they have all of these different options, but you can totally get through the game with the simple stuff, and it works just fine.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yep.
So the game setup, you're in this town of Osix. You need to fix these towers. There's a Proto Man style character. Would you say that that's a fair summary for?
See, I was thinking Meta Knight.
Meta Knight's another
Oh,
good
you're
one.
talking to Thorn. Yeah, Meta
yeah.
Knight would have been the reference I used.
Mm-hmm.
Proto
Same
Man,
page.
Base from Mega Man, or
Yeah.
Meta Knight. He's telling you that you shouldn't be fixing these towers.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Is he a bat?
Yeah.
Okay, because he does like a like echolocation kind of
Yeah.
thing during his fight. I was like, I don't know. He's like wearing armor, so it's hard to tell.
Yes, he is a bat.
No,
Gotcha.
I thought he was a bat rat. Like somehow both a bat and a rat.
That could happen, I guess.
I mean,
Why
I guess he could. He's definitely at least part bat. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, he echolocates.
Mhm.
He had big Freya from Final Fantasy IX energy with the
Yeah.
lance and the jumping high up and stuff.
Yep.
But he's telling you not to fix these towers, and then your friend Lionel, who's got a bigger sprite than everyone else and is a lion, tells you you need to fix everything.
Yeah.
The mayor
Well-
of the town too, or like president of the island. He's something.
What do you think of this guy when we first saw him?
The guy who's very clearly evil.
The guy who's a lion, looks very evil, is larger than every single person on the map. I was like, yeah, okay. And he's a capitalist and trying to destroy the environment too. With these fucking, what are they? They're like
Power. Yeah, they're like generators.
They're,
Powers.
they're these Mako
Yeah.
generators, let's say.
yeah,
Mako reactors.
Huh.
I was wondering though, like, have we just done enough of these? And like, we just know, like, look,
Yeah.
clearly this guy's evil.
You need to
Yeah.
look. Meta Knight's always right.
Meta Knight's right. You get roped into this guy's schemes, and then like halfway through, you're gonna find out, oh wait, he's a bad guy. He knows that it's destroying the planet and is doing nothing about it.
they need
Better
them-
fight him instead.
They need the Mako energy, They need it so that they can power their lights.
Yeah.
You hear the planet screams, Cloud.
Hmm.
I mean, this game, it's hilarious when you go meet the lion guy for the first time because his mansion has an orphanage in it.
Yeah. He's opening an orphanage at the time you show up. It's funny.
He's just helping out, his
He just
society.
wants to help those kids. I don't know what's the problem.
I don't know why you're so anti-helping orphans all of a sudden.
You don't like helping the orphans? The orphans need the Mako reactors to live.
Those orphans are powered by Spark.
Yeah. I love that the orphans, there's one whose name is Urchin and he's a sea urchin. That's great.
Oh yeah, there's like a goat, and his name is just Kid.
There's a lot of good puns like that I enjoyed. Yeah, so like it's pretty clear early on that you're probably doing bad things by fixing these towers, but it's a video game, so you have no other thing to do but fix them.
I have a question for the group.
Sure, please.
There are 6 towers in this game.
Hmm.
When you were first pitched with the concept, did you think 6 sounds like a fucking lot? Because I was like, you want me to do this 6 times? I'll do like 4, maybe 5. 6 sounds like a lot.
Like, do we need all 6?
So that was one thing I was thinking about at a meta level about this game.
Hmm.
It was in development for 4 years with
Right.
$1 million Kickstarter. Now, I assume that they probably spent more than the Kickstarter amount of money to make this game, if
Sure.
it had any sort of development for 4 years. Um, but it just made me think this is the sort of game that got to have depth and care and attention put into all of its screens. Like, they hide a lot of stuff to find with breakable walls and the main mechanic of the game, which we didn't even say yet, is you've got a jump and then a dive where you dig. You dig underground. So like you don't have a dodge
Burrow
roll in this
into
game.
the earth.
Yep.
You burrow. So you basically have a movement mechanic that is also kind of a dodge roll, that is also kind of a sprint. And it's a mobility mechanic too. So like, there's times where you need to duck under things just to platform. Um, so like all the ways that they use that single mechanic in this game are really impressive. There's a lot of depth here. The game is big. Like there's a lot of zones to go to. There's a lot of stuff to explore. There's secrets all over the place. And it's the sort of game that like, it just was allowed to have attention to detail in a way that a lot of games don't get anymore. And yeah, it felt like a lot, to your question, Em. Like 6 felt like a lot, but I was also like, wow, this is a game that got to make 6 zones.
I was impressed too by like how distinct the vibes were.
Hmm.
So like we can talk about our favorite zones, but like I hit September,
Yeah.
and like they had just like a bunch of leaves, and like it's basically like if you took a farm, made it evil. And the part that really got me was one of the enemies were combine harvesters. They were
Mhm.
just trying to run you over, and I was like, that's such a nice little touch that they actually like made it fit the farm theme, as opposed to just like another big goon running at me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. And like, there's also interstitial zones in between those 6 main dungeons. Like there's a grassland before you get to the graveyard dungeon. There's a grassland you walk through that's got all of its own secrets. There's a section before you get to the poison swamp, or it's a not so poison swamp. It's just a regular swamp. Um, and just going through all those different areas, I was like,
Wait.
this is clever.
Is there a more poisonous swamp?
One of them's purple color
They just
palette.
get
The other
Oh,
one's
oh.
blue.
more poisonous.
I was like, I didn't think the swamp was poisonous, but sure.
It's purple, and this is a game that's kind of soulsy, so I feel like you don't actually get poisoned. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Mhm.
not putting poison in your game.
Yeah.
It's
If there
like
was a
the
poison
first part
swamp,
of Silk Song.
every Dark Souls like needs a poison swamp. This one does you a favor, and it's not poisonous.
It's just a swamp.
Yeah.
The swamp also had my favorite part of the whole game, if I can
Mm.
share with you.
Yes, please
Sure.
do. I think I know what it's going to be.
There's a man in the poison swamp who I don't know if you'd call him an alcoholic or what, but he has a jug. And he
Uh-huh.
wants you to fill his jug. I forget the exact quote, but he's like, "My jug's empty. Fill my jug. Fill it with pain."
Mhm.
You have to kill 50 enemies for him. I just thought the line "fill my jug with pain" was the funniest thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah, and once you fill his jug with pain, he gets drunk on jug juice,
Yeah,
and then you
fights
need to
And then he
fight him.
tries to kill you.
Just fill
Yeah.
my jug with pain. I think I'm just gonna keep saying that for a long time.
And his jug, once you kill him, you get his jug, and his jug is one of
do.
the best trinkets in the game.
You do.
Is it?
It's
It
so
is
good.
I mean, I got that, and I was like, I don't know. What does it do?
So it lets you. So in this game, healing works by kind of Estus Flask rules, kind of. You've got these
Yes.
heal charges that you use, but you can only heal. There's like red health, which is your current health, and then yellow health that you gain back by hitting enemies. And that is the amount you will heal if you use a healing flask. So normally you can only ever be healed up to like you can only have as much yellow health as you have maximum health, right? The jug allows you to have double the yellow health. So that means if you heal and then you take a bunch of damage, you don't necessarily need to hit your enemies a bunch of times before you can heal again. Because in this game, if you just take damage and you're not being offensive and hitting enemies back, you can't actually heal anything with your healing charges. You only get to heal when you've dealt damage too. It gives you a little bit of a buffer, which is nice. I mean, it happened a lot of times where like I got into a fight, filled up my yellow health, and then took 3 hits in a row, and I could just heal to full without having to be like, okay, now that I've taken damage, now I have to hit someone so that I can get yellow health back.
I think the swamp too might have my favorite enemy in the whole game. I'm remembering correctly. It's a snake with a knife in its mouth.
Oh yeah.
Those things are such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's another super funny. Just we got a snake, but it's got a knife.
Yep.
Oh the thing I thought you were going to say was very funny was the fishing mini game.
The fishing is so funny.
I don't think I did the fishing mini game.
So you go like to a side area, and like you either requires a key or you can kind of like jump with the thing the witch gives you that lets you dive, and then so you get over there and then there's a guy fishing off a pier. It's 2 crocodiles, and then you talk to one and he's like, my brother is so good at fishing, look at him go. And then you go over to the brother who is fishing, and then as you talk to him he's like, I'm fishing, and then a giant fucking fish comes out and eats him, and then the brother is like, oh my god, they got him. You got Mina, you gotta avenge my brother. You gotta kill them all, Mina.
You gotta catch all the fish.
Catch all the fish. And then you get the fishing rod, which is a sidearm, which we haven't even talked about yet. Yep. Which makes it so when there's water around, you can see shadows of fish, and then you pull the fish out, and usually they're trying to fucking kill you. But if you kill them first, they drop like healing items and stuff like that.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at it. You gotta kill them, Mina. You gotta
kill them all, Mina. That's literally what he says. I'm not making that up.
No, you're not making it up. And yeah, the gator's like, I'm the best fisherman that's ever lived. I think I'm gonna land the big one today, and then a big fish comes and eats him. There's just a fishing rod where he used to be.
Yeah.
You fish, and sometimes the fish is like a bomb. Sometimes the fish is a trophy fish, and you can bring that to the gator, and he'll give you some bones, and they'll go up onto a trophy wall. And yeah, it's very cool how this game has so much going on. And look, I knew this game was going to have a fishing mini game because it's an indie game in 2026. But this is one of the least invasive fishing mini games. I think it doesn't actually take that much to do.
If you don't have the rod on the sidearm, you just don't see shadows. Yeah, so you could just ignore it the whole game.
Could you explain sidearms? Because we didn't actually talk about them yet.
Yeah. So sidearms are items you pick up. They go in a side slot. And it's stuff like it has a number of charges or something. It's like throw a knife, throw an axe. What are some other ones? I like the umbrella. One that's like throw a rock and it'll skip on water, which isn't very good. And
there's a smoke gun that
smoke gun. What else?
There's one that turns you into mist, and then you can hit enemies to recharge your health, but it makes you invulnerable for a second. There's a bike that you can ride and then slam into things with.
The bike is very funny.
It is. There's a portal gun, kind of.
Right. Yep.
There's a buckler that you can use to air dash.
I only picked that up once, and I barely used it.
It's super good when you get it.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of those. And you
Basically,
can
they're like the side weapons from Castlevania. You know, instead
yeah,
of hearts,
pretty
they're
much.
little vials that refill it. But you know, down to the fact that the axe behaves like the axe in Castlevania.
Right.
It's very familiar. You'll understand it pretty quickly if you play
Directly
Castlevania.
referential. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and also a fishing rod, which can be
Yep.
used to kill enemies. You can kill things with a fishing rod.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping it could be used like it could pull items towards you, but I didn't notice that ever working.
It pulls
So
enemies towards you. I don't think it pulls items.
yes. Yeah. Because I was thinking, so next to the swamp level, there's like you come in on a boat and it crashes because a monster attacks it. And so I was like, there are items in the boat that I can't get to because it requires like 3 keys. I don't have any keys right now. Sorry, keys.
Keys and gears put together.
Keys and
Oh, is that what it is? I was like, why did they
Yeah.
bother with that?
Yeah. Because it goes in like upside down and the gear turns. But I was like, maybe I could just like hook them with the fishing rod, but it didn't work. So I was disappointed. I wanted a little bit more from the fishing rod.
Yeah, it's fine as a sidearm. And we also, I guess, didn't talk about trinkets too much. They're accessories that you can equip that modify Mina in some way.
Yeah,
Some of them are straightforward, like you get more defense, you deal more damage, and then other ones change the game pretty fundamentally.
right.
Like,
You know what these are? These are in Hades. I think they're also called trinkets in Hades. You get like, I don't know, a bunch of little doodads, and usually they have a limited number of uses, but in this one they do not. What were your favorite trinkets?
My favorite doodads.
Yeah.
Did you get the flies?
I did.
Flies. I did
Yeah,
not.
you meet some guy and he's like, man, like you smell terrible, and you're like, oh, it's not me, it's you. And he's like, what? And then he fights you. And if you kill him, he gives you this like fly attractor. I forget what it actually is, but when you hit
poop.
an enemy, I mean it is, but I'm trying not to be crass. It's a classy show we do.
Poop from a butt.
Uh-huh.
And when you hit an enemy, you get a fly, and then those flies will attack other enemies for you.
Ah, I see.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little fairy wisp that allows you to like glide when you jump.
That one's good.
That was pretty good because this game has a lot of jumps that are either very precise or maybe you need like a specific sidearm to make a longer jump, or you just have that a little glide ability and then you can just make these longer jumps without having to worry. So that was pretty awesome. All of the wisps actually were really good. There's one that heals you after you take damage. There's one that makes you attack faster and deal more damage. Did you collect all 3 of those wisps?
Yeah, I was about to ask about this. What'd you think of what happens when you do that?
Pete, did you collect all the wisps?
I did not collect all the wisps.
Oh man,
boy,
you
oh,
missed
man.
out.
So
Okay, can I explain
please do.
it?
Please do.
I would love it.
Okay, so whenever you go to one of these wisp salespeople, they're like a little puppet thing, and so when you talk to the last one and you buy all their stuff, they're like, "Yay, you did it!" And then like a hand comes out of the hole behind them and grabs you and pulls you in, and then you're in like a liminal space, and there's a very creepy motherfucker sitting in the middle of it. Grinsley, I think his name is, and he's like, "Hey, you want to dance with me?" And you're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I love puppets. Would you like to become my puppet and dance with me?" And you're like, "I guess we could do that." And then he does the creepiest fucking dance you've ever seen, and like puppets Mina around the space, and there are like puppets coming out of other things. And at the end of it, you get the ability to do a little dance for
That's it. That's what you get.
for yeah. I am unsure what this dance actually does. I never found a spot to like use it. But I was like, what just happened? And there's an achievement for doing this. Hold on, let me find it. It is called Traumatized.
Checks out.
Yeah, and
uh,
you get a
Someone
dance
said I missed this.
you get a dance
uh-huh.
button that you can just
Yeah.
click after this.
You get a dance button, but what do you do with the dance button?
You dance.
No, but I mean, does it is it used for something,
I mean,
or is it just a fucking weird thing that they put in?
Look, as a classically trained dancer myself, I mean, dance
Oh,
doesn't need a purpose. You know,
you know, you
you
got me
need
there.
music.
yeah, it going back to what I was saying before about how most games don't get nice 4-year long development
Right.
cycles. Like there's stuff in this game like when you find a mirror and you look in the mirror and it's just Mina making expressions and her eyes look all over the place. There's a
That
lot
is
of just
very
little
funny.
touches in this game. There's the section. Pete, did you find the ladder?
No, somebody told me about the ladder. It's in like somebody's
Yeah.
shop, but I never bothered to go back and actually do it.
Okay,
Hmm.
the ladder is great. There's a ladder in a shop, and you can go and you can steal the ladder, and the ladder lets you climb up spaces that you normally can't reach, and that's pretty cool. And you can like carry this ladder around to. That's how you get back into the boat from the beginning of the game that Em was mentioning,
Hmm.
and that's how you get additional copies of the weapons you didn't pick. It's like you can go
Yeah.
back to Professor Oak's place and get
Pick up the
Bulbasaur
other
and
Steal
Pokemon.
Charmander.
the rest of the Pokeballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh, the thing with the ladder is I was convinced that there was a way to get it out of the swamp. So I kept like fucking around with the ladder. I spent like one night just like, can I get it this way? And it seems as though it's specifically made not to leave the swamp. Just because the way you get into the swamp, you gotta go like down a rope, and
Yeah.
so you can't get the ladder back up the rope. So maybe there's another way to get it out.
I tried
Uh,
putting it on the train, and I couldn't get it on the train.
right. I tried to do that too. I was like, there are spaces outside of the main town that like is kind of your hub world that I was like, I'm pretty sure this needs the ladder because how the hell am I going to get up there otherwise? And then I couldn't figure it out. It seems like it's just like, I don't know, 5 rooms basically that it
Mhm.
can get to.
But it's great. Every time you use it, you're
Yeah,
like, "Wow, this is a fun attention to detail sort of thing."
yeah. Hmm.
Did
I
either of
wanted
you
more from
find
it.
did you find one of the lantern rooms, one of the dark rooms?
Oh yeah. Oh, so you can get to one of these very easily with the ladder. In the swamp, there's like a little cliff that you can go up. And then inside is like kind of a puzzle room. You can see that there's prizes in the center, but you got to go around the long way to get to it. And uh, there are lanterns moving around like up and down in this one in particular. The other ones probably have the same thing. Uh, and in order to get to the prizes in the middle, you kind of have to navigate in the dark. But if you sit for too long in the dark, Mina kind of starts to get scared, and you will get a jump scare if you sit for too long.
And take
Like
damage.
a
There's a creepy guy who grabs you.
yeah. Uh, why did they do that? The first time it happened, I was like, why did they put that in there?
Attention to
Just
detail.
just for fun, just just to fuck with you.
Yeah, just to
Yep.
scare you.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this didn't seem like the kind of game to do this to me. What the hell?
Yeah. There's just a
So
lot of those moments like that. That I feel is the big standout element of this game because
mm,
there's definitely good combat and spots. There's clever level design. I love that like in the swamp, there's water everywhere. The way that you navigate deep water is you burrow, and that lets you swim. All the
yep.
different ways that they come up with using the burrow and using the platform mechanics, like it's really clever. It's really well designed. But those little moments where you find stuff and you feel like you've stumbled into something, That like there was one time where I went under. There's a bridge toward the very beginning of the game in the grasslands. That once I found out how diving into water works, I went back and there's a river and I dove into that and then I was able to get under the bridge that way.
Oh,
Yeah, right. That's good.
I didn't even think about it.
And
Huh.
went back in there. That's another thing is like this game doesn't. It's not Zelda-like in its actual. It's not a Metroidvania, right? Like it's not.
Right.
You're not getting a new ability that often. Like occasionally you'll get a slightly longer jump, or you'll find an accessory that might let you get to another place. But a lot of times they give you the sidearm you need to get to wherever you need to go. Most of the
Somebody
time,
will just tell you like, "Hey, look out for that ladder."
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not a matter of you getting an item and then doubling back to an earlier level all that often. And I appreciated that. Like it's a game that really has a good pacing as a result. You're not spending a bunch of time wandering around lost.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think, like the main town has a lot of charm. The platforming has a lot of charm. One thing that a question I have. Did y'all appreciate the Souls-like parts of this game? Like the corpse run stuff that this game has?
No.
No. It's got bones. Bones are the currency. If you die once, you leave behind a spark, and you have to get that spark back. Otherwise, if you die again, you lose your bones. And you can get more sparks, so you can get more chances to progress without dying. And if you level up, or bone up, as the term is.
Yeah, I did like that.
That was great. That will get you all your sparks back. So if you just save enough bones to bone up, you don't need to run back and find your corpse, which is nice.
Right.
That's cool. But this feels like a game that losing your bones at all just didn't add anything. There wasn't that much tension. It just felt like they give you a lot of ways to mitigate the loss of bones. Like you can actually just spend your bones when you've died once, and if you spend them down, you won't lose anything.
You can convert them really easily to bone stones.
Bone stone.
Something I forget
Bone
what it's called.
stone. Yep. Yeah, I felt like one of the trinkets that I used a lot was basically a get out of dying free once trinket, which basically made it so I never lost any bones. The only time I really had a problem with like losing a ton of bones for basically no reason was did you go back to the graveyard and there's a spot where you can like if you have 3 charges of your spark, you can open a door and then there's a grave site inside. Did you find this?
I didn't. No.
Okay.
I didn't figure out how the spark doors worked until later in the game.
Yeah. Pete, did you find this?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. So this is like if you're at the entrance to the graveyard, if you go up into like the house that's there, you can go past that next like area, and then there's a grave site you can kind of dig into. So you go into this door, and then it basically puts you into like a mirror world, kind of like a Zelda.
Okay, yeah,
This might happen other places.
Is that what you were
Oh
talking about?
no, not the mirror. Not the mirror world. The mirror world is something else in this game. So I should specify. It is not the mirror world. It is like a dark world, like in Zelda.
Right.
But what it does is when you go in there, it lowers your health to 1, basically. It takes away your charges on your sidearms. It basically lowers everything to 1, and then you kind of have to navigate through it without getting hit. But you can like get your plasma back, but you don't have any vials. So you have to pick up vials while you're in there and heal yourself so that you don't die because there are a bunch of enemies around. And I did this like, I don't know, 20 times, and you're gaining bones as you're going through it, but also you don't have any sparks. So when you get killed, you just lose all those bones. So I lost like, I don't know, 20,000 bones in
A lot
this
of bones.
area. Yeah, just because I would get like, I don't know, 1,000 just running through, and then something would kill me. So that was the only point where the like bones actually felt like I was losing something, because I was just in this like challenge mode basically. And I don't know if this comes back ever. I don't know if they do it anywhere else in the game, but I mentioned this on the Discord. I was like, this area really sucks. And no one said anything about it because maybe no one else had come across it at that point.
No, I hadn't. I can go back and try it, but
Yeah.
it really jumped out to me. This is a game where I don't think money actually caps you that much.
Right.
Like you can just grind if you want to. You can just go kill enemies. And
Right.
there's enemies who give you like 300 bones every time you kill
Yeah.
them, and they respawn whenever you go into
Yep.
kind of the one
You
of
could
the
definitely
fires,
grind it out.
bonfire equivalent.
hmm It's like your underground lab or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's not hard to just grind bones
Yep.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that they have this stupid corpse run mechanic in it feels like a design that, because you're doing an homage to Bloodborne, you did it, but I don't think it actually
Right.
adds anything to this game specifically.
I
And
don't
Yeah.
think so.
I mean, I guess more than some other games we've played, there is an opportunity to go to another place if for some reason the place you're in is too hard. But this is also a game where you don't get new abilities, really. Like, you get new trinkets, you get some new sidearms, but for the most part, you just need to execute, and
Right.
then you can bone up to give yourself better attack, better defense, more damage, and so you get more wiggle room when you're dealing with enemies that hit harder. But you can kill any enemy with your starting kit.
Right.
It doesn't even change that much.
No, not really.
Yep. You can like you can raise your attack defense and sidearm damage, but ultimately it's just like number go up on like a backhand thing. So you don't see what the damage you're doing it like ever. And so it doesn't. This is one of my complaints about the game. I kind of turned around on it, I think last night. I was like, I think it might just be okay. And what I said was it feels like less of a like so in Metroidvanias you're of course getting like new abilities that are opening up new areas.
Yes.
But this one doesn't have the Metroidvania uh like the rotation in its blood where it's like, all right, get the fucking ice beam or whatever, and that'll let you open ice doors, or I don't know what. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It doesn't.
So
it doesn't do the.
it's
I've got a
all-
new key to open a new door.
exactly, yeah. It's boiled down to find keys, which are scattered all around, and you can use it to open one anywhere in the world, or just get better at execution. So I was like, I don't feel like it's like growing at the same rate that I would expect from like a Metroidvania. Like I would see something where I was like, that looks like I need something specific, like a trinket or maybe a sidearm that does like my movement differently in order to execute. Oh, I just solved one of the I just solved a puzzle that I had gotten stuck on in my head as I was saying that.
Okay.
I was like, this is where the that shield that you mentioned was. I never figured out how to actually get through that section after it. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, the
still the snare dash.
shield. Yes. Okay. Well, solved a problem right there. Anyway, what was I saying?
No, that like
Uh,
to your point, like it's not a game
yes.
where you're getting a bunch of new
Right.
abilities that are
Yeah.
functionally keys to unlock doors that you saw
Yes.
previously. A lot of times, if there's a thing you can't get to, it's because you haven't figured out how to get to it yet.
Right.
Not that like you need another item or you're gonna get another ability. And this game presents itself kind of like a Castlevania, right? Like
Mhm.
I don't think you're wrong in assuming the visual, I guess the gameplay language that it is broadcasting.
Right.
Like this happens in Zelda games too, right? Like you see
Yep.
something and then, oh, I get a boomerang and the boomerang lets me get it later.
Yes.
This game is not like that. What it is usually there's a thing that you can see and you're like, oh man, I can't get to it. And actually you need to move like 3 screens over or something.
Mhm.
And then there's like a little thing you can break, and then that gives you a shortcut over to the place that you couldn't get to before.
Right.
Or there's a thing you can burrow under that you maybe it's not obvious that you can burrow under. There's a lot of clever moments where you like can see one burrow hole on a screen, and if you go into it, you go onto a new screen that has a second entrance that's
Yep.
you know not obvious, and then when you go back to the original screen it's like, oh, there's a hidden burrow hole here, and that's how I get to this other area. Like they line up the different screens very, very well. Like sometimes you'll
Mhm.
go under a screen that you're currently on, and when you're under it you see, oh, there's a, if I had fallen at this part from above, I'll land on this part below. And solving those puzzles, there's an expectation I think that the game gives you that this is going to be a Metroidvania and you're going to be
Yep.
unlocking new skills. And that's not really it. It's really just checking if you're paying attention a lot of the times.
Right.
Um, do you find that that's the case as well?
Yeah,
You-
I mean, there was very little backtracking. I mean, the only time I had to do
No.
like significant backtracking was like, oh, I was supposed to be doing something with these mirrors. And I didn't
Right.
realize like they were actually a thing. But then, like once I knew it, that's it. You know, I'm up in the mirrors now.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that was that happened to me too. But the game has like 3 different fast travel systems. That's another thing. Like there's the trains,
Mhm.
there's the mirrors. I forget if there's and then there's just generic shortcuts and pipes, and those are intermittently kind of distributed. But it means that backtracking, even when you have to do it, isn't generally awful. The game isn't that big, like in terms of
No,
how many screens there are.
no, there are a lot of unique biomes, but I mean, what? It's probably like a, I don't know, 10-hour-ish game if you do everything. Probably more if you do everything.
Probably more if you do everything, but it's not like the longest game we've ever played. Um,
Yep.
so story wise, I got through 4 dungeons. Em, you got through 3,
Yes.
I think. Pete, you finished the game. So
I did.
what? Spoiler town for I guess the overall story.
Right.
What did you think, Pete?
It's good. As we said, Lionel is comically evil. Like
Mhm.
you know pretty much up front that he's going to betray you. But the game he runs is actually kind of interesting because this is how he gets Mina too. He's like when Thorn's trying to shut down all the towers, right? They're turning the people monstrous everywhere else except for the main town. The main town they're working great for. Everybody loves them there. But the game that Lionel runs is, hey, look, Thorn, buddy, you're right. These towers are no good. We can't just shut them all down at once. That'd be chaos. There'd be riots in the streets. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix them all. We're get them all running, get them all working good, and then Nina's going to come back and she's going to shut them all down nice and safe. And I was like, oh, word.
Hmm.
I see what you're doing here, game. Like, I think it was a very interesting way to present sort of like the, the move. Like people are always like, look, you need to work within the system. The system's trash. Like the system doesn't work at all. You can't work within the system. So that's what Lionel's doing. He's trying to end revolutionary action in consciousness by saying we need to do things in small steps so we don't disturb the populace. I was like,
And
French.
so in this game's narrative, right? Like in its narrative structure, is there a downside to breaking the towers and then having Mina turn them off?
Yes. Yes. So like in the
Yes.
epilogue, it shows you what happens to all the biomes. So it's very good for like the swamp and the farmland. But the cities do break down. Lionel was right. There were riots in the streets. Like the town was surviving at the expense of everything else in Tenebris.
So was there a? I guess is the centrist path of having Mina, the enlightened technocrat, come and shut them down wisely? Was that an option? Was that actually the better option?
No, I mean Mina at the end is like, no, Thorn, you were right all along. Like these needed to be shut down immediately. So I think like basically the calculus line I was making is I don't care about anything besides the city. Everything else can go to hell. Whereas Mino's like, that's a whole big world. And like the city will recover eventually, it seems. The only people who really suffer are the like petite bourgeoisie. Who cares about them?
That checks out. That seems like what the game was working towards.
Yep. Yeah, it goes in the direction you're thinking.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the Wikipedia summary here. Can we talk about the epilogue basically
Sure.
Yeah,
really quick? So Lionel's the bad guy. He turns into a big monster and he fights Mina. You climb through the manor, which obviously is the last dungeon of the game because there were guards that were like, you can't go this way. And in the beginning of the game, and of course that was where the dungeon was. So Thorn and Mina team up. Thorn gets wounded. Mina kills Lionel. The city. Okay, I'm just going to read this paragraph or two in the Wikipedia summary. In an epilogue, the city of Ossex falls into chaos. Tenebris Isle is left in a leaderless state, and Mina is blamed for killing Lionel and destroying the generators, while causing animosity towards her fellow Hollowers. Who's Cappy?
He was the guy on the boat that gave you your weapons.
Oh, right. Cappy helps Mina depart, telling her he hopes people will eventually see she made the best choice for their survival, but he is soon killed by an angry mob. Mina manages to escape. In a post-credits scene, Mina arrives on the small island hideout of Thorn, where he lies in a dire state. Mina uses her last plasma vial to heal him, restoring him to his former self. So, that seems like a bad ending to me. Did that feel bad to you playing it?
Yeah.
Did it like okay. Do you think that
Look, it's dark and gritty. What do you
Yeah. Do you feel like that
Revolution was going to be pleasant, Em?
Okay, fair.
It's not
Sure.
it's not Sunshine and Rainbows Island. It's Tenebrae Island.
True. I'm just wondering if how long did you play this game, Pete? To get to the full ending.
8 hours maybe. And they did
You did it in 8 hours?
Maybe 10. I don't know. I have to check the numbers, I suppose.
What the fuck? That can't be.
Still different.
That's probably wrong. Maybe it was 12. Maybe I halved it.
Pete, I played this game for 18 hours and I got 3 dungeons
18 hours? Maybe I missed a 10. Maybe it wasn't 8. Maybe it was 18. I forget. I'm sure my number's wrong. But I did forget to mention Lionel. There's like a scene later on where Lionel like lists all the crummy stuff you did. So maybe I did too many crummy things and I got a crummy ending for it.
Oh. Did you have to do all those bad things or did you
Oh, well, they were like, you know when like all those people ask you for money?
Yeah.
I gave them the money, but Lionel's like, look how much money you spent. Why didn't you give more of it away? He's being disingenuous.
Okay. All right. Why didn't I just solve world hunger too while I was at it?
Yeah. Or he's like, when you pet that guy's the like old dude in the shack who has like a pet, louse or whatever.
Yeah.
You can pet it, and he's like, you touched somebody else's personal property.
Shut the fuck up, Lionel.
Does that guy live if you don't pet the mite?
I don't know. He died, and I pet the mite. So
I pet the mite, and yeah, the mite ate him, and then you can
Oh.
kill the mite, and then it coughs up his hat.
Yeah, it does.
Oh. So if you just if you don't interact with anything, does he just like not have anything to talk about?
Yeah, I
Is he
don't
just
know. I don't
like,
know
oh,
what
I
he
guess you
wants to say.
didn't. Maybe. Hold on, I'm gonna try and replay this. Let's take a week off. I'm gonna replay this game and I'm gonna ignore fucking everything. I'm gonna see if I get a good ending out of that. It feels like if you play this game for like, I don't know, 8 to 12 to 20 to maybe
To
40
15.
hours,
So
and then
many episodes
yeah,
left yet.
yeah, and then this is the ending, you would be like, I think maybe that spoils the experience slightly. Do you feel like it spoiled the experience?
No, I mean I wasn't that attached to
Okay, well,
Pappy. I don't even remember Pappy's
sure.
name, whatever his name
I
was.
didn't know who that was, to be fair.
No, I
But
was happy to see the townsfolk riding. I thought they
oh, okay.
deserved it, and this is the fate
Ah,
they wrought for themselves.
they did. Uh, they did use the whatever the fuck, the spark generators
Yeah, they
to
also
kill
try
the
to stop
planet.
you. They try to stop you when you're trying to shut down the generators. But to hell with them. To
Oh,
hell with them, man. Got what they deserved.
okay. Hmm. Gino, what do you think?
I mean,
Do
it
you
looks
feel
like
like you want?
I'm reading the endings.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're all
There's
horrible.
multiple.
There seem to be two, but like
Okay.
the things
Ah.
that are quote unquote bad that you can do, a bunch
Mhm.
of them are things that you would not know are being tracked.
Yeah.
Right.
Like petting the guy's, pet vermin.
I'm sure the getting the Fisher person eaten is also probably bad. Uh, I can think of stealing the ladder is probably bad.
Yeah. And the
Uh,
letter's bad. Don't. There's a lady you can talk to who's full of bones in Ossex, and if you talk to her, she throws
I
bones at
mean,
you
we're
and
all
says to
full
leave
of
her alone.
bones, Gino.
Well,
oh.
she's rich. She's a
Oh,
rich
okay.
lady.
Did you ever get robbed in the main city there?
Yeah, and
No,
then
you
I
didn't
beat
get
that guy
robbed.
up and turned him
I
into a
beat the
pile of
shit out
goo.
of him and then take all his bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat the shit out of this guy. I took all his bones.
And then he's like, "Please give me bones back so I can have a body again." And I'm like,
Oh
"No."
my fuck. I'm looking at, okay, hold on. I'm on a website called T-Pose Gaming. Apparently there is a true ending and there's a list of quote unquote sins that you if you
You avoid all of them?
if you avoid all of them, I guess you get a good ending.
I was perfectly
Uh
pleased with my ending.
I'm fascinated. This is, it doesn't seem possible to do because like you could fuck this up almost immediately, it seems like, just by
Yeah.
like existing in the world, which I guess is a statement in itself. Um but like what, okay. I, I don't know what to make of this. I'm gonna have to watch a video or something. Uh huh. Okay. Like, you want to hear some sins?
Sure.
Okay. So, if you want to try a legendary sinless run, here are the massive traps you have to avoid. You can only ride the Cold Train Peak train exactly once. Any more than that, and you're blamed for the train crash.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. He
Yep.
blames you for the train crash, though.
Yep. Do not smash a single candlestick or street lamp. Also, do not jump into the leaf piles in Crowtown. You must talk to Cappy repeatedly after a boat crash until you can officially offer to bring him with you, so he isn't left on a burning ship. You have to skip the orphanage ribbon cutting scene immediately, save all 3 kids from the carving man in September, and donate to every single beggar in Ossex and the Shifting Sands. Do not touch the boy's bike in Ossex. Do not steal the pink gorilla's ladder. Do not interrupt the kids playing kick the can in Ossex. The kid with the hat will narc on you instantly. Do not. There are 53 of these.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Yep,
Huh.
I'll watch the secret ending on YouTube. But it sounds like.
Sure.
All right. Any other thoughts on Mina the Hollower? Game's good,
I
think.
I have a complex uh relationship with this game, I think. I think this game is up there with like Undertale in like homages to a bygone era of games. I think it's worth playing. Uh I think you could easily spend 100 hours in this game trying to find all the shit.
Get all done in 4 or 5. I don't know what I'm talking
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, apparently I spent twice as long as Pete did in this game, and I
I'm
got
sure.
half of
I'm
half the
sure I
length.
just remembered wrong.
I don't know. So I don't know. It's worth looking at. It might be too complex for its own good under the hood. It sounds like. Yeah, try it out. You probably like it if you play like 2 hours of it, and then by hour 8 or so, you might be like, I think I've had enough, which is what happened to me.
Very fair. Pete, any closing thoughts on Mina the Hollower?
Yeah, I actually really liked the direction the story went in. I wasn't
Hmm.
necessarily expecting it, but this might just be, my personal biases and peccadillos.
Hmm.
And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid game. I think there might be a little bit more of it than I personally want, but it's great to play on like a Switch or a Switch 2.
Mhm.
Like having this mobile is
Yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah. I said on the Discord, I think maybe my experience was tainted by the fact that I have it on Steam. I'm playing it on a computer, and so it didn't have like the pick up and like play for, I don't know, an hour while I'm waiting for something else or whatever. Uh, so I felt like I kind of had to either get something done, like something big done, or I would just play something else.
Yeah, and I think that this game also, because of its graphical style and aesthetic, it does not benefit from a high-end computer or any high-end
Yeah.
console. Like playing it on a Switch, an original Switch, you're not missing anything.
Mhm. I wonder if anyone ported this. Mina Hollower GBC port. Has anyone done it yet? No, not yet.
Someday.
They're working on it. They're working on it.
All right, Pete, that means it's your turn to pick next.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this pick this week. I'm gonna do something a little bit different.
Okay.
Something a little bit we don't usually do too often. I'm gonna pick a mobile game.
Whoa.
There's a big upcoming mobile release. It's sort of like an indie title. I don't know if y'all have heard of it, mentioned or not, but it's coming out on mobile June 17th. So I'm trying to keep us a little bit current. I want to play Pokemon Champions.
Oh. I
Is that
guess
the
we
one
could
that
do that.
you picked
Wait.
in the fantasy league that completely fucked you up?
Yeah, it is. Hold on. Let's discuss this for really quick. Pete, we did a show on that with
What?
me, Braden, and ZP, right?
I didn't know this.
It was like an off-week podcast.
I don't listen to the off-week podcast.
All right. Well, do you still want to pick it? I mean, we could make Gino and you play it.
Yeah, I want me and Gino to play it. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to double up.
See,
You can play the mobile version and see how it's different.
don't know if I want to play the mobile version.
I'm gonna not play the verbal version, but I will play it.
I guess I get this week off.
Go for it. Yeah, I
All
had
right.
no idea y'all already did it. But we'll see if I have different opinions.
I don't think I'm gonna change my opinion of it at all if I play it again.
Maybe
But
it's better now. Maybe they
Better
fixed
now.
it.
Meta's changed.
that's true. I don't know. I guess I'll try it again.
All right.
Huh. This is gonna be a weird one.
It actually is coming to mobile June 17th. It wasn't a joke or anything, but it is on the Switch.
Okay.
Mobile Pokemon Champions.
Okay. Well, we'll see if our opinions have changed on Pokemon Champions. Or M's opinion. I will form a new opinion, and Pete will also form a new opinion.
I will.
All
I
right.
feel
Well,
like.
M, it's
I
free.
will-
Equivalent
I
choices them.
I understand it's free, but yeah, it's gonna be a quick podcast, I
Well,
think.
in that case, Pete, do you have a backup? And then maybe we could check in with you on Pokemon
Fine.
Champions.
Let me consult my list.
I'm sorry. It's just there's not a lot to talk about with that one.
I have a lot to say about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I can do
All
my
right.
Pokemon. I'll do my Pokemon corner at the beginning.
We'll do a Pokemon podium for you.
That's good enough.
A Pokodium,
See
if you
this
will.
one's come out yet.
A Pokemon soapbox, a Poke box.
All right, can we double up then? Because I had another one that I kind of wanted to play, but I also
Okay.
don't think this one's going to have a ton to say about it.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
What is
All right,
it?
We'll
so
do
we'll
a split
play-
podcast.
We'll double up. We're going to play Pokemon Champions, and we're also going to play Everything is Crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the demo of this one. This one's good.
Yeah, I think the full one. I had it bookmarked for a while. Looks like it came out May 8th.
I picked
It
this
did.
in the fantasy league because I saw it and thought that looks cool as hell.
And I was kicking myself because I was like, damn, it was cool as hell. I don't know how well it scored.
It
Double up,
scored
two
okay.
light ones.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yep. That's enough. I think we're good.
All right, perfect.
We'll definitely have something to talk about with at least one of those.
Perfect. All right, we're going to be getting into having animals fight each other in the next podcast with everything is
Yay.
and with Pokemon Champions. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, this was a cool one to talk about, actually. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, M.
Thank you. Sorry I quibbled with that
No,
at
no,
the
no.
end there.
A valid one.
And
Looking forward to Everything is Crab.
thank you, dear listeners. A reminder, you can get in touch with the show. deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com is our email address. deeplistens.libsyn.com, that's where our hosting is. deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social, that's our social media. And you can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. Until next time, peace.